The IPAI Board of Directors was again pleased to have multiple nominations for the Theroux Award. Each of our nominees was deserving, but one stood out above the others. One nominee has long blazed a trail for excellence in property assessment, and we are excited to recognize that this evening. When it comes to ethics, our nominee has not only demonstrated high ethical standards in their work, but has helped to set the standard for property assessment ethics in Illinois. Their commitment to ethics and good government is undisputed. As an IPAI instructor, they worked on the team that developed our ethics courses and then served on the task force that created the CIO Code of Conduct. They are a highly respected mentor in their profession. They have served countless people as a sounding board to discuss situations, dilemmas, and other problems in a frank and honest way. Our nominee speaks from the heart with passion, but has the strength to cut through superfluous chatter and getting to the heart of the task on hand. The nominee is not afraid to speak the truth to power. They are even an advocate for good government, transparent constituent services, and approach their work in local government as a true public servant. Professional achievement is a personal passion for our nominee. They hold the CIO-M designation from the IPAI. In addition to holding this advanced designation themselves, they have helped countless people along the path of earning their own designations, teaching courses as an IPAI instructor, all along the spectrum from the most basic to the most advanced. In their role as a member of the IPAI Education Committee and as a full-on course designer, they have been a part of creating some of the IPAI's most sought-after course offerings. This is quite a remarkable achievement, especially when you consider the fact that they have done this while working full-time as a high-level administrator in their jurisdiction. In that role, they were a key leader in the jurisdiction's recent successful software conversion, a process which is always complicated and usually very messy. Thanks to our nominees' leadership, the process was smooth and well coordinated. Within their office, they have developed tools for the entire staff to help with constituent services, from email templates to standardized documents and coaching coworkers. They are raising the bar on how to effectively communicate with taxpayers. When we accept nominations for the Theroux Award, the form asks, how has this person demonstrated dedication to the service of others, inside and outside of the assessment office? As you can imagine, this is a long list, and it is. Our nominee has demonstrated service to the assessment community in many ways. IPAI instructor, IPAI course writer, member of the IPAI Education Committee, now Education Committee Chairwoman, member of the IPAI Subject Matter Expert Review Team, member of the IPAI Competency Model Task Force, member of the CIAO Association, chairwoman of the CIAO Association, member of the IAAO, member of the Illinois chapter of the IAAO, president of the Illinois chapter of the IAAO, member of the IAAO Women's Initiative Network, member of the Women's Property Tax Association, member of the IPAI State Conference Committee, Vice President of the Lake County Township Assessors Association. Professionally, they have served the citizenry of multiple assessment jurisdictions. Former Deputy Assessor of Aurora Township, former Deputy Assessor of Sugar Grove Township, former Deputy Assessor of the Kane County Supervisor of Assessments, and currently the Chief Deputy in Warren Township. How have they served their community outside of the assessment world? Volunteer cook for many events at her church, children's choir director at her church, volunteer with her church's Needy Family Christmas gift program, youth sports coach for her children and others. Our nominee is a friend, a leader, a mentor to so many in the great state of Illinois. Please join me in a round of applause for the winner of the 2022 Marshall Theroux Award, Chesney Leafblad.
If I were to list all of the people that believed in me along the way, we'd be here until tomorrow. The reason I say that is because they all deserve credit. They deserve credit for mentoring me, for believing in me, for stepping up for me. But the reason I tell you that is because I want you all to do that for someone else. I love what we do. I believe in what we do. No one is doing this because you're going to make a lot of money, except maybe the vendors. But we're all doing this because we're public servants, and keeping that mindset, letting it guide us in our decisions is what helps us do that, to serve the public. So obviously it's in my blood. Josh was digging through the archives, and I did find out that my grandpa was the 9th person ever to get the CIAO, which is super cool. Also, we found out that my grandpa's name was Homer, for those of you who haven't been around for over 40 years. Then my dad and my mom met at one of these conferences, so there's that. Various aunts, uncles, and cousins. We don't need to go into all that. Those of you that are taking the ethics class with me Wednesday, we're going to skip the chapter on nepotism. Is this really happening?
It is.
Okay, but I can't, so obviously I want to thank my dad. I've always been a daddy's girl. I think everybody knows that. I love my dad, but I can't stand up here without mentioning a couple of other people. My husband, he puts up with me. I love you, Andy. In the business world, in this world, a couple other people that have really, really taken the time. There's so many. When I say that, I mean it. But Mark Armstrong, where are you? Mark has been a mentor to me, always taking my phone calls, and I consider him not just an acquaintance and a mentor, but also a very dear friend. Jeff Lee, in particular, a lot of the things that I've done, it was because Jeff said, hey, why don't you come along and do this? I do. My dear friends, Dale, Tim, Josh, and our lovely group chat, which Mark is involved in, we're known to his daughters as his nerd friends. Is that correct? Deb Lane, and then of course Rhonda and Deb, that you asked me, to be involved with the CIO Association, which I've really enjoyed, and I love you all. Every single person that's been in a class that I've talked to in the hallway, when I say I care about all of you, even if I don't like you, I still care about you.
There's that honesty.
So, with that being said, I'm honored. I feel like I'm dreaming, but thank you. And thank you to the board of directors.
Are you done?